Hi Soul Family, Caitlin here. Excited to be with you again. Yeah, I'm a little messy in this video, but that's okay. I just wanted to share something that really came to me strongly, and it's a feeling not many people talk about. But if you're on my channel and you've had a dark past and you've experienced some things that maybe might be a little bit uncommon for a lot of other people to experience, here's a feeling I want you to see if you've ever been able to sit with. And that is the feeling of suspicion, right? So a lot of times we might call this distrust or like being scared, right? But at least that's what I've called it, right? Or feeling unsafe. But what I've never really recognized was the word and construct of suspicion, like calling it out directly like that. So, obviously when we're suspicious of something, we're going to need a lot of proof before we take a certain action or before we choose to think a certain way about something, right? And I think this is how the world wires us to approach relationships, is be suspicious until proven otherwise, right? And of course, that's great up to a point, and then we spiritually awaken and realize, oh shit, we're just bringing all these things and experiences into our life to validate our suspicion, right? So I just wanted to encourage you that it's safe to drop suspicion. The opposite of suspicion, right, if we're going to embody the opposite frequency, I would say is it's being welcome, it's being inviting, right? And that doesn't mean you don't have discernment, right? It just means that your baseline, your disposition is welcoming and inviting, right? And when I recognize this difference, I released so much tension from my body. I didn't even realize I was holding so much tension in my shoulders, in my arms and my legs, everywhere. And so this is actually something I just recognized today. And I've been really focused on abundance and like receiving, right? On that vibration of receiving, and I've been really just maintaining like gratitude for having so much wealth and having so much abundance. And I think naturally that brought to the surface the opposite vibration of suspicion. And I immediately saw that as this is what pushes receiving. This is what pushes, it could push opportunities and wealth away, friendships away, right? So I also want to share how quickly I was able to drop this through revision. Now, when we're doing shadow work, and basically I've realized, you guys, that this whole channel is about shadow work. And as you may have seen in my short I posted the other day, is when we get to a certain point in the I am, we don't have to like put effort into shadow working anymore. We don't have to put effort into really looking and feeling out things within us, because the dark will naturally rise to meet our light like a magnet. That's what I've noticed. The higher we rise in the I am, the more embodiment we align with of our highest self, love, wealth, abundance, the more the frequencies will be drawn out like a magnet. And so literally I was just sitting today, I noticed a YouTube video with a title and message that really resonated with an old story I had regarding fear and, again, being suspicious. And also I've been having dreams of like repeated occurrences. So I knew my subconscious was telling me, okay, there's some things you got to rewrite. You got to get rid of this. So I was glad to see that YouTube video and that it prompted this in my spirit to like finally put the nail in that coffin once and for all, with that old self. So how I revised this vibration was, number one, every memory I had of a certain instance, I kept going back. So in my memory of real life, I revised in my head what actually happened, cut out that scene entirely from my life, okay? And then in the dream I had, regarding my dream, where I saw a version of that experience in my life replay in my dreams, I went to the dream and imagined a different ending for the dream. So now I rewrote in real life and I rewrote in my dreams. And then when I'm rewriting it visually and revising it in my head, I'm not just holding images, I'm holding the vibration. In both these scenes, I actually could feel in my body, I felt my response to the new endings or to the new scenes. And it was that of like pleasantly surprised at the kindness of the individuals in my dreams. And a reminder of feeling safe. So then like sitting long enough with the revision to feel the new emotion in your body, right? So we don't just want it to be a picture, we want it to be a full feeling too, that we experience. But that's really it. And then honestly, within a few minutes, I felt all the tension leave my body. I felt like, yeah, that's behind me now, you know, just such relief, such a new baseline of like calmness and just a certainty that that's behind me, right? So I just wanted to share that with you, just something to be aware of, pay attention to that. And if you feel like you've gone through these feelings of distrust, of not feeling safe, I would encourage you to allow any times where you think you've agreed and allowed yourself to be suspicious, where you've justified it, because that is such a powerful feeling and it's a powerful mindset and belief. So just give yourself the opportunity to rewrite that programming, and I would love to know in the comments how it helps you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.